here we go. Put the parts in the board. Okay, start with the lowest parts first. So in my case, I'm going to do the battery holder and the button. The button is lower, so I'm going to put the button in and start with the lowest parts, so that way they don't fall out when you flip the board over. So we're going to get this switch in. This one is really tough. This is the old version. Okay. Flip the board over. And there's the legs we need to solder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just like any soldering, you need a clean tip. So I'm going to wipe it on the brass sponge. Get set up. Comfortable. Put some fresh solder there. Okay. I'm going to hold it down. And I'm going to heat up the joint for a few seconds. And I'm going to put my solder right at that connection. I'm going to watch it flow in. And there you go. We'll do another one. So heat up the joint. Put a little solder in. Watch it flow. There you go. Don't put too much. Heat it up. Watch it flow. There you go. Last one for the switch. Heat it up. Put it into the joint. Let it flow. Off. A couple seconds. All right, so now the button is done. Hard to see, I get it, but soldered nicely. Okay. If the legs are sticking out, you can take the little clippers here and you can clip them off short, give you space in the board, in your enclosures. And there we go, trimmed off, nice and short. Let's do the battery holder next. Okay, so make sure you put the battery holder in the right way. Notice the square side here and the square side there. Drop it in. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to hold it down so it doesn't come out. Same thing. Clean tip. Tiny bit of fresh solder. Heat up the joint. Give it a few seconds. A little bit. Let it flow out. Now on a part like this, I like to solder one leg, flip it over, and make sure it's flat on the board. If there's a little gap, which is easy to happen, and this looks nice and flat here. Okay, but if you have a gap, what you can do is hold it tight, press against it, and heat up the joint. And then when the solder melts, the part will snap into position. So there we go. So now it's tight against the board. Okay. Next one. Hold it down firm, if you can. All right. Heat up the joint. Wait a few seconds for the solder to melt. Put a little fresh solder, just a little bit. Iron off, let it cool. And that's it. Okay. And the battery holder's in position. Mounted nice. The button as well. And you're on your way. LED is next. Actually, the resistor should be first because that's the lowest part. Then I would do the LED, and then I would do the button and the battery holder. Make sure when you solder your LED that if you need your LED to be right here, solder it close. If you need your LED to be tall, solder it tall. Okay, think about your enclosure. That's it. Good luck.